Alright, let's buy hard. So these boxes are going to slowly fill up. I don't think it's going to be a problem anytime soon, so I'm just going to leave it like this. And I do want to get started on the intermetallics as soon as possible, because I do want to start building up, even if it's slow at first. Nickel is the first. That's also the easiest. I just need a jaw crusher. For the others, I will need more jaw crushers, so I can make more as well. Yeah, I do have the materials. I will need screeners as well. Electrolyzer will be needed for the antimony. That's here. While I'm here, let's open this up. I think I'm going to put the intermetallics here. It will fit pretty well overall. Yeah, but while I'm doing that, let's keep working on the materials I will need. Let's refill and start building. This is fully automated, right? Yeah. So duralumin will be needed for intermetallics. And it is fully supplied. Good. So that will need to go all the way back there again. But that's fine. Science seems to be sciencing, so that's fine. I do want to upgrade the science production soon, but I'm not going to do it right now. Yeah. Belts. There we go. So I will need an advanced foundry. I will also need 2 smelters. I will need a lot of screeners. Yeah, I need iron and steel. 1 secondary crusher as well. Although I will need more for processing coke, which I want to do. This is a pretty good way to boost the boilers. There's a coal, there's coal. Where do I want to do this? Probably somewhere around here. I have a good supply of coal in there, and coal takes up a lot of space on the belt. So I do want to have at least the processing here, then I can put the boilers there, and that should work. Electricity shouldn't be a big problem right now. Right, smelter needs titanium. I have titanium in a box, right? Let's add more digosaurs. 2 smelters will be needed. They also need fluid fuel. And that was 150 per, right? Once I'm done with the new science build, I'm going to use this one to supply the data array. That should work really well. Lot of latex. That's really good to see. Okay. You can make this. Going to take a while, but that's okay. I'm not sure how I'm on food there. I should probably build some more radars so I can have a nice look at what my base is doing. But I will definitely pick up some material here. I should have gone with meat. It's been a mistake to turn everything into jerky, I think. Not for now. Guts will do. I didn't expect to be full on formic acid. That's a pleasant surprise. Either way, let me increase this so I can easily expand now that I have plenty of formic acid. And let me also add a tank. just to make sure that we can keep producing here. And I'm going to stop the jerky production. So this should build up a bit of meat at least. These are getting a bit full. And I do want to use the sheds. Ooh, these are small. That's okay. That's much better than I thought then. Of course, they're only twice the size, but it's also very nice to have more room to work with. Right. More things to build. Ooh, should I start with shale processing already? No. Don't get distracted again. Right. Turbines. I wanted that as well. 2 automatic screeners at least. I think I'll need more, but it should be fine for now. 1 more jaw crusher, I think. Yeah, that should be the main thing. I'll also need some decent storage. I'll go with this tank, I think. Basic oxygen furnace. Yeah, that's going to be another one. But I should have all the parts for this because I already have gas furnace, right? Yeah. I need to pick up more refined, but that's okay. You know what? Let me build up a bit more. All of this should be automated. I just need to wait, right? Yeah. Okay, that's working fine. Not get any more of you, but that's okay. Let me just drop it here. That's almost done mining. Quite like that. So I do want to empty the area here and use it for other things. You can of course just build over it, but I don't like doing that. I get a few electrics in here just to make it easier to pick up these stragglers. 10,000. Right. I think I'm going to use electrics for the antimony mining as well. Oh, no. Antimony has its own miner. Yeah, so that doesn't matter. What does it cost? Oh, 5 electric mining drills, alright. So I can get started on that. Let's make a few. You're out of fuel? Oh. You're not keeping up anymore? Interesting. Oh, were you? No, you weren't even coke. Interesting. That's a bit weird, but whatever. Okay, steam should be building up now. Yes. Yes. Now all of this should be working fine. Should be completely full pretty much, because the boilers are no longer working as much. Since most of the fuel now, or electricity, now comes from the top there, the geothermal plant. Okay. Now for mining nickel, I think you need syngas, was it? I think there is a place for nickel here-ish. Let's take a look. Of course, the fact that I'm using geothermal also makes it much more efficient. Of course, the efficiency is very bad with electricity until we get better source of electricity. Okay, that's rare earth, chromium. That's going to be necessary soon. There's a base, but it's very small. I can probably take care of it right now. Let's just do that. The spawners are going to get stronger with time. Which is another reason why I have the settings for the biters the way I do. And I might change it later, once I get a bit more set up. Oh, there's a bitumen seep. Good. So the way this works is that you can build a mine there. Well, a drill first. And it will open up the oil production there. The thing that matters now is I need to get access. Ooh, right, casting. I'll need that. Oh, no. Distractions. Heavy armor, could I get that? That should be easy, actually. So as soon as I have intermetallics, I want to go for heavy armor. Mainly for the inventory bonus. Yeah, but what I wanted to show is there. Right, so there's... no, that's behind chromium, I think. Where is it? Chromium processing gives me, yeah, well, industrial machinery. Oh no. That's just the crackers. Rubber. That's going to make some things cheaper, but not really at this point yet. It's a bit weird. Of course, it helps that I have Bob's inserters. If I didn't, this would be a nice upgrade. Where is the miners? Oh. Okay, so yeah, the materials, I was right about the materials, but the research needs logistics science spec, so that's going to take a while. Yeah, not doing great on speed. In my previous attempt here, I was already quite a bit further. Oh, that's okay. So this is the nickel. It does need syngas, so I need to get syngas there, but I don't think I'm going to need a lot. Well, 4 syngas per. That's not a small amount, but it will work. Okay. Now, fuel. Not great in here. So I'm going to go with electrics here as well. This is going to steadily increase how much I need to produce anything. Yes, the electricity consumption is going to go up very quickly. There. Do I want to process the nickel ore right here? I think it doesn't make too much sense. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. 5 ore into 1.5. That saves quite a bit. I don't need to make nickel, but at that point it doesn't really make a difference, right? Ooh. Wait a minute. This might not be the worst idea, actually. Because normally, of course, the Advanced Foundry is much less efficient. So it's very expensive. The crafting speed is 1, just like with the normal furnace. And unlike the gas furnace. But in PyHard, this might actually be easier. Because it takes 1.2 megawatts. The normal furnace takes 200 kilowatts. But the burner has 500% efficiency. So in reality, it only costs like 300 kilowatts. And it would be a bit weird to use the advanced furnace to make nickel. Hmm. Alright. But of course I would need to get wood in here. And I don't have a good source of wood. Well, I do have a good source of wood. It's just not enough right now. Okay, and I want to get the nickel somewhere around the antimony. Oh, this is not a great route, so I will probably actually go right this way. That sounds reasonable. Okay, there's the oxygen smelter. I will need one for the antimony, and later on I will need these to improve efficiency. So it will be very useful. And I will want a separate belt for the stone as well. What are you? Aluminum. Alright. That's actually quite convenient, so once this aluminum runs out, I have a good source right where I need it for intermetallics. And the titanium is also on the way, so I can produce the duralumin as well. That's not bad at all. Niobium, that's away. Nothing I have to worry about now. Right. Don't have any undergrounds. Could make some. There we go. This should work out very well. Don't have any normal pipes anymore. Still need quite a few. Eh? Antimony processing is getting researched now. Not quite as fast as I would want to be, but it's not that bad either. Syngas is produced somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, there. And it's not being used all that much, so that's fine. I can just take it from here, and that will work. Do you have Nexolite? Very good. I think that the only thing I need Nexolite for right now is the duralumin. Or, intermetallics. Yeah. But later on it's going to be very, very used. Pretty much everything. Okay. Okay, that's almost half the way. We'll need a lot of pumps. Yeah, that's about where I want to put the pump, I think. It's still pretty far. That pump shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, there's power. There's power. That's convenient. Yeah, let's pick up some treated wood, just so I can make a lot of... Oh! I do have plenty of logs, though. It is a bit of a waste for the copper wire. That doesn't really matter. There we go. Medium poles are not too far away. They need chromium. Copper, cable, chromium, and aluminum. Chromium is a bit tricky to make. Requires sandcasting already. But sandcasting isn't too complicated. I need to do it anyway to get better production. That's better. I think I'm going to need all of those pipes. Pull out. Ready. Also done mining, of course. Oh yeah, and I wanted to stop by the next select mine. This is the part that comes from the actual mine. The other one is the tailings. How much is there? Still plenty. The main thing here is that if I use meat, I think they come back a lot. Well, they double what they come back with, and moving to the spot where there's some mining is actually a big part of the time it takes, right? So it's a nice boost. One of those miners can take 4 Digosaurs. Alright. Annoyingly, they do walk around like crazy. Ah, that's fine. Anything else? Why do I have an electronics factory in me? Let's drop it off somewhere. And while I'm here, I should have some refined concrete. Yeah. Oh. I have a lot of refined concrete, actually. Alright. I'm not going to complain. Can't really get rid of the stone bricks, I think. Ooh. The barrels are supposed to be in the rock production. Whatever. And you're empty, finally. Did say something about not getting distracted, right? Very nice. There we go. There. What else now? I do want to make some underground belts, so I need to pick up more iron. Should I automate this already? Might want to automate this, right? Didn't build this very well. On the other hand, I think I can do with just you, because this is just for the excess, really. Still manually fueled as well. Give me some underground bolts, please. Do I have any wood? I don't have any wood, right? I will make some right here just to get rid of the iron. Now you're full again, of course you are. You're also getting quite full. Big one. Yeah. Fuel. Where's wood? Really? I need to boost wood production too. Right. Let's go with 2 stacks. That's probably too much at this point, but whatever. I'm not going to fill you with coal for now. Antimony processing is almost done. Research still seems to be working fine. We'll get stuck eventually, but that's okay. A lot of the time is spent just trying to make the inventory work the way it's supposed to. It's a bit tricky. You're not full on water. You can use a few more at least. That should be fine. I mean, it's not a problem. You are completely full on water, so that's completely fine. But I'm going to put half here, half there. Hope I'm not going to mess this up. How many rocks did we get in the meantime? 80 actually. That was really quick. And I have meat. Filling up quite quickly. Right. And I don't need sap on me either, but that always builds up when you cut trees. Ooh, I wanted to place the shed down too. There's chitin. And borax also takes syngas, right? Yeah. Borax will be needed for improved iron recipe, among other things. Oh. It would be easy to upgrade these to use the crusher. It's also not that necessary. Now, since I need to get the syngas to the borax, let's route it through here, I guess. That looks reasonable. Pump. Oh, you're not connected. Just a blueprint, of course. Then gas. Oh, I really wish I already had construction bots to do this work. You can really see why a lot of people playing Pi start with some bots. Companion bots are fairly popular. Then there's Nexus, what's it called? The nanobots. So in vanilla you could fairly quickly get to things like poison capsules back in the day, and grenades, which made things a lot easier as well. Although on the other hand I have a lot of trees here. I did boost the trees to make the early biters easier to handle, and that's what I'm paying for that. This will work well to get things back up to the borax. For now, I just want to go down. How far are we? Oh, 300 already. Interesting. That's more than I expected. Hey, now let's go back down. Maybe I should have picked up a few more belts. There we go. Let's get the wires here as well. Would it make sense to have a road here? Maybe. I do have a road there that's not used. It would be better to have the belt follow the same road, but I'm not going to bother changing that. Almost out of buckles again. Right. That's syngas. Well, no. Okay, good. That's the only place. That's good to see. Let's start processing then. I could use the syngas to fuel everything here as well, if I use a gas furnace, so let's do that. Antimony drill. I think I can start with just one. Right, and it takes some fluid fuel as well. I'll need to check. Ooh. 10 megawatts. Why is there 900% consumption? Oh wait, yeah. Now for the nickel, all I need is a completely normal fluid mining drill. You can be mining now? No, you need electricity as well, of course. Oh, so I shouldn't put you so close together anyway. Alright. Wasting a bit of syngas there. That's okay. Right, so that's the first nickel ore. Now we just need to process it into plates. Which means crushing and then smelting. Oh. Yep. Now we get 0.5 from each of those. I think I just need a jaw crusher, right? There we go. You take 1.6, so 1 is enough already. That's very nice to see. There. Now I get 0.33 per second. So we'll go right off. There we go. That's probably not fast enough, is it? I'll need 2, I think. While that's going on, let's take care of you. First, the advantage of the gas furnace is that you don't need to bother about any complications with fueling it. But it does take a lot more fuel value total. But I don't think I need to worry about that too much. One is going to be enough though. 0.4 per second, okay, so 1 should be plenty. Very nice, that's our first nickel plate. And I don't have to worry about any waste. And 0.4 should be enough. Good. 6 megawatts. It's 4 times faster than the normal furnace. Still not worth it. The advanced foundry, if we ignore the bonus we get from using heat in the first place, is still better. 4.8. But this is a lot cheaper and faster. Well, smaller, rather. Hey! Yep, you definitely need to. Right. That's my belt. Let's make some more and start on the... Is it molybdenum? No, antimony, yeah. Normally I would put processing up top, but I think it's not going to work very well because I need to be able to expand it. I think, maybe? I'm not going to be doing that much processing, but it does need a lot of infrastructure to get it going. Good. Yeah, this needs a bit more complicated supply for fuel. Oh, it takes modules, interesting. So yeah, 10 megawatts. But it seems it doesn't care what fluid we use. So I could use the syngas as well. That's going to be expensive. Oh, and I don't have any. Oh, not a problem. Can I get some syngas, some antimony out of you? Good. That's where it starts. It's going to be a bit trickier to process than the nickel, of course. Oh, I messed up. was a mistake. Completely stopped my aluminum production. Fortunately, I'm not actually in need of a lot. There. We just need to clean it up. That's not the right side. I need to start thinking about better fuel than raw coal for all of these. That is quite a lot. Oh. Oh, wait. That's a lot worse than I realized. It's all going on the asphalt now. Did I mess up all my ash again? Oops, I have. How far do you go? You've cooked here. At least it doesn't go any further. I do need to get rid of all this raw coal. They have been blocked for. Agar is running out very quickly. Yeah. Now it's limited by the seaweed. Most of this should be raw coal because the ash should have been taken off a long time before this. I think that should be everything. And I can, of course, put a filtered inserter there to pick up anything excess, but I think this is fine now. Okay. There. It should be almost cleaned up. Oh, we're completely out. There. Antimony. Let's keep it going then. That's the last thing I need for the intermetallics. Vitriol alloy is also needed. I don't think the iron excellent antimony alloy is needed, other than for making the intermetallics. These take smelters, these takes advanced foundry. I will need to get some wood in here, but for now I can just use what I have. Let me put a radar here right away. It's going to be useful. Right. Yeah, that's going to run through my syngas production very quickly. Syngas has 400 kilojoules. Whew. But it's like 20 per second, I think. Well, slightly more than 20 per second. Alright. Now the processing. So the first step is in the automated screener. And then it gets funny. Well, we need grade 3. Grade 4 is the final. Right. I do have a simple build for this ready. But I don't think I need to use it. This will produce maybe 1 per second. Let me just take a quick look. So, to produce antimony. Oh, actually, the final product is antimony oxide. There. Basic oxygen furnace. We'll need plastic bars, okay. I do produce those up there, so that shouldn't be a problem. And you're going to need better processing, right? Greeners, grade 2, grade 3. Okay, grade 2 comes from both of you. So now we're producing grade 1 as well, which can be crushed further in the jaw crusher. Right. So that's it. I'm going to have 1 per second here, so I can put this a lot lower. You want this at around 1 machine here. There's some way to do it here. Yeah, I'm not going to bother though. All right. Now, 1 jaw crusher, 1 automated screener. That's the first step. But it does not actually consume all of the antimony grade 1. No, how is it? There. Grade 1 antimony. So, processing all the grade 1 antimony takes, this is 1-to-1. Good. So all the grade 1 can go straight into the jaw crusher from the automated screener. So that's the first step. So screener gives me all of these byproducts, but this part is going to be easy at least. Maybe let me put it there. No, I don't like that. Let's go. Oh, whatever. Right, that takes care of all the grade 1. Good. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this right now. That's okay. So the result of this is just antimony grade 2, as well as a lot of junk. How much? Quite a lot. Might need more than 1. Well, I definitely need more than 1. Not antimony grade 1. That. You also give me everything. Is there a better way I can do this? No, let's not bother. The point here is to get things going quickly. Doesn't matter too much how good the design is at this point. No, I really want this the other way around, right? To flip it. That's much better. So now I can get the antimony from here. 2 per second. Okay. Let's use undergrounds maybe? Oh, this also produces a lot. Yeah, that's another reason why this is a bit more complicated to process. Now here, I'm going to get stone and iron oxide as byproducts. Do I have stone? Oh, stone is coming here from the nickel part, so we can combine that right away. Already building up nicely. Well, not nicely for the stone, of course. But other than that, right. The main thing I want from here is the grade 2. Is it 2, right? Yeah. And processing the grade 2 is here. So that's another screener. No. You. Oh yeah, yeah. It's another screener. And this is the part where it's going to be very annoying. I do want to double this up. I hope I can make this work. The throughput might be a problem because this needs a lot. 2 on input, 2 on output. But so you need 2 inserters. Here. Now what about you then? 1 per second. This is going to be ugly, no matter how I do it, so let's not think about it too much. And finally, the grade 3 gets turned by the secondary crusher. This one is very small amount. So this is mainly just junk that you need to take care of. This needs 2.5 about, so 3 on each side. Right, let's not make this more complicated than it has to be. This part definitely needs reworking, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I think I'm going to be limited by how much syngas I can put into this at this point, at least. Oh. What? What are you doing here? Oh. You're supposed to be negative. It's meant to be a blacklist. Yep. You got the antimony grade 2. Not the stone. Per second should be fine. I think one screener is more than enough at this point. Yeah. Let's put 2 there. Oh, no, I'm not going to bother that. Okay. Grade 3 antimony then needs to get what crushed? Or what was its secondary crusher, right? So the secondary crusher can go straight here for now. Definitely need to change this completely. Do it like this. There we go. Oh. One more. And that just gives me antimony grade 4, so that's easy. Okay. You blacklist grade 3 antimony. We don't even have one. It's a fairly low chance. There we go. One deserter should be fine here. Oh. What I really should do is turn it around, right? No, not going to bother. Alright. And the final step, antimony oxide, needs the basic oxygen furnace, which also needs oxygen. So I will need to start producing some oxygen in here. First, that only needs water, but it also produces hydrogen as a byproduct, which for now I think I'm just going to burn off. There. You need normal fuel. Alright. And you produce ash. Of course you do. I can handle the ash though. Right? Have gravel consumption anywhere. I can turn it into saline water, and I don't think that's a good idea. There. I can't really use much saline water still. I need to do this. Right. So let's get rid of the gravel. Is that the only thing here? Yes. Alright. For now I'm just going to put it in a box. I'll have to remember to do something about it later though. There. And you also need a little bit of coal. And let's kickstart it with the plastic bar. Okay, I will need... That's going to be enough for the fuel. 5 megawatts. Oh boy. That's not great. Alright. Oxygen, which is why I built that electrolyzer. Of course, electrolyzers are immense power hogs. Do have water nearby, so that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, I can electrolyze muddy sludge, but that's so expensive. Fortunately, I don't need chlorine. Well, I will need chlorine and sodium hydroxide. This is one of those places where it's not that easy to balance, especially early on. It should already be ending, pretty much. And as you can see, I'm not quite there yet. But I should be able to produce at least a little bit of antimony oxide. Well, not a terrible result. Okay, and water is up there. Can I make another offshore pump? Yes, I can. But yeah, 10 megawatts. Crazy. There's the offshore pump. That should be my first hydrogen. Well, not hydrogen, we already had hydrogen, but my first oxygen, which should give me the first antimony oxide. There we go. Oh, you have ash, of course. A lot of ash, too. Nice. There's the first antimony oxide. Very good. Now the ash is a big problem. I need to use better fuel, so let me stop it right now. This is going to be crazy. So what I'm going to do is very quickly just build a secondary crusher. And just do a very simple thing here. So the secondary crusher will produce many different kinds of coal. 3. But for fuel, I don't care. It's going to be easy to upgrade. Again, not critical at this point. And I also get first crushed coal. Good. So that should help a lot better. Oh, did not think this through. Hey. I want to get rid of this iron deposit quickly as well. It's not horrible, but I do want to make this a bit cleaner. Didn't place you down. That should be fine. Yeah, nitrogen is already building up. What I want to do here is make sure that I use hydrogen first. So using this for power also wouldn't be too bad. Because the way this works is I get 20 hydrogen per second, and hydrogen has 100 kilojoules, so that's 2 megawatts back, basically. Oh, another milestone. Good. So, this is not fully done. Still need to connect it at least here, but yeah, let me do that. I can still do that. Already running a bit over time, but that's fine. But with this, I should have everything I need to start producing the intermetallics. And pretty much at the same time when I'm going to have a use for them, so that's not bad at all. Okay. This is going to tank my plastics, of course. That's just how it is, fortunately. While you rely on belts, you waste a lot just on the way. Which is another reason why Pi has caravans as a way to deal with all of those distant outposts that need various materials. And I will want to keep a storage in here. I think 200 is going to be more than enough. There. That's that part automated. Still full on syngas. That's unexpected, honestly. I didn't expect that to be true. Not a problem. There now. Let's mix in hydrogen. Let's put another pump here. And basically, just going to do the simplest thing. Just see if there's hydrogen in there. So, only going to enable you. What? No. What are you wrong? Okay. So if hydrogen is lower than, let's go with 10,000. I'm going to use syngas. Otherwise, I'm just going to get rid of the hydrogen. Hydrogen does have uses, but for now, it's mainly a waste product. I will turn it into electricity, I think, later. Hey! I just need to get rid of the stone and the iron oxides. Iron oxides should be fine, because I already have a belt here. So let's split that off. Iron oxide will go on the usual belt. And stone can go to the base, just like with the processed iron. That should work fine. And while I'm here, I can put you here. The only thing I need to take care of is the gravel, which, yeah, can I turn it back into stone? I can turn it into sand. Horse fraction, no, that's really much use for gravel at this point. That's not ideal. I'll have to deal with that later. Sand. Yeah. Oh, sand casting. And molten glass. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about this, but this might be a good way to get rid of sand. Alright. That's a plan, I guess. But it's fine for now. You lost a little bit at least. Now I will start having to upgrade production soonish. Because now the time is coming to start building things up. I do have to finish this because otherwise I'm just going to forget I didn't connect this, so let me pick up a few bolts and get this done. You're out of ash already. Of course you are. I think I should write this as a priority. I hope you're not stuck on stone. Doesn't seem to be. Oh, yeah, we are stuck on stone again. Of course we are. I will need to deal with that. Oh. Golden moss. That doesn't sound right. Honestly, I might be having trouble. When ash is stuck, that's bad. What did go wrong again? There. Wait. Oh. Ah. Hmm. That's not ideal. Good pick up. I shouldn't really be mining stone at this point. Should stop all the stone mining when there's too much stone. I need to get ash down here. Work. This is going to work. That's also not going to work. I need to get more ash in here. I really need to rebuild this, right? Oh boy. Slowly get itself fixed. I just need to get some ash down here as well. Hmm. And that should keep this as a priority, so that should work. That's heavy armor research. Very good. So quartz processing. I think this isn't really useful for me at this point. Maybe... Well, I'm starting to increase how much I need of fluid fuel. So maybe it's not that bad. Heat pipes are also great. Separation. We need a classifier. Turning sand into gravel is a way to get rid of gravel. It's not going to be cheap, but I want to have the option at least. What's more important at this point? Should I go for iron processing? No, I don't think so. Fish. That's going to be very important, but not right now. Mining machines? No. Okay, so I think I'll go for the chromium. So that means casting, chromium, and what else do I need for all industry? Oh, right, of course. A lot of things. Water animals. I do want to be able to grow my own fish, but that can wait. Assembly 1. I'm not going to be able to make these. That's a bit complicated. It's going to take a while. And we do get our first electric assembler. But again, this one has crafting speed of 2 with 150 kilowatts. This one has a crafting speed of 1 with 2 megawatts. And it takes a lot of space. Oh, whatever. Oil industry machinery, heat pipes, that's my goal. Because I want these oil burners. That's going to do a huge thing for my electricity. And we should be ready to go. So, thanks a lot for watching. That's the end of this episode. See you in the next one.